Leaving Tbilisi always stirs something up inside, but as soon as you cross into western Georgia, the air shifts instantly and those heavy, rich, tropical smells roll into your lungs, humid and sharp like eucalyptus. In general, I'm obsessed with tropical and subtropical vibes, where you never have to deal with intense cold, and the scents, room vibes, and plants all radiate a totally different kind of warmth. I love tropical fruit the most, and the juices from those fruits hit different. These roads and smells always unlock childhood memories, back when my dad had an Eva and that heavy, familiar scent of old gasoline and oil from a classic 06 would fill the air. I remember how happy I used to be when our whole family headed to Kabuletti, staying up all night before, unable to sleep at all because I was just so happy knowing the sea would be waiting for me the next day. The sea always brings back my perspective with its sheer scale. When I was a kid, I thought the whole of Georgia was infinitely huge right by the sea, and I couldn't imagine that this turquoise mass of water could possibly be bigger than my own country. Still, the ocean is way more mysterious and mind-blowing. Now I look at it and wonder how many people have witnessed this beauty, because the sea is impossibly gorgeous, and yet exactly as dangerous when it swallows up stories and fragments of time. I'm an ocean person, and I love the sea way more than the mountains. True, I love the mountains too, but mountains feel more exhausting. They look pretty at first, but then that beauty fades and leaves behind something intimidating and heavy. Even though my dad, mom, grandmother, grandfather, and uncle were all obsessed with the mountains, those high altitudes don't really pull me in. Plus, mountain people are a bit more high-strung and tend to have way less chill and airiness compared to coastal folks. Dogs were a massive part of our family love, and it was always just a given that the moment I was born, there was already a dog in the house. Later on, my brother and I brought home a second one, then a third, fourth, fifth. We never bought a dog. We always found them on the street and brought them home. You don't buy a friend, right? Besides, purebred dogs are expensive enough anyway, while stray mutts rarely have an owner looking out for them. So saving them and bringing them off the street is pure joy. I love cats too, and cats saved my life along with my mom and brother. That warmth and care just radiates through everything. Exactly the way I love it's like the sea, warning you at every turn that you're relying on something new, where beauty can hurt and heartlessness turns as toxic as ocean water. Whenever I flip through old photos, my brain tricks me into thinking it's been maybe 10 years max since that day. You close your eyes and you're right back there. But then suddenly you read the date cold and realize 29 years have passed since that moment, which lives inside you like it was yesterday. When mom and dad were my age, 40 years old with the whole world ahead of us, and now I look at them and realize how much they've aged. When I remember them being 40 like it was just yesterday, and now they're turning 70. Getting lost in these thoughts takes you back to childhood, to that past that makes you happiest, where the house is messy, breathing is easy, mom and grandma are making food, and dad and grandpa are tinkering with something. More than mom, my brother, dad, or anything else. I fell in love with my child. I didn't know and couldn't imagine what a child's love really is until I had my own, who is already 9 years old now, and time flew by so fast it feels like I just held them in my arms yesterday. Back when they were super little, a funny thing happened that is still our secret, favorite inside joke. When we were at the beach, I told them with a totally straight face that little kids keep the deep blue color of the sea in their pockets. And if we throw a green stone into the water, the sea will get ruined and turn green. They seriously searched everywhere for green stones so the sea wouldn't get ruined and the water wouldn't turn green. Having friends is such a great thing. No psychologist or anyone else can ever help you out the way a true friend can. It feels so good when you help them too. And on top of all that, spending quality time together and having a good time is literally the best feeling ever. All of this is just as addictive and attractive as putting on a play and writing drama when you bring a script you wrote to life on stage and rehearsals start. This pull draws you in like stepping into a whirlpool, where the text comes alive, the actors speak your thoughts, and the stage becomes the only place where reality feels more real than the outside world. Films are the exact same way. The best feeling is when the text you wrote comes to life and you see that it's either funny or heavy, making you realize you actually wrote something right.